Welcome back to Let's Play Edelweiss trial version.
Minna すっごい食べるんだね。さすが男の子。
Bloody
淳史くんは何をどれだけ食べるの？
blah. Finally! Fuck Edelweiss, because finally! Sumio Horoboshi. God, that's gonna be a freaking pain in the ass saying that when it's released, isn't it? Will be released on June 14th. I called it a summer release. I mean, my God, let's scroll back down. It should be still there, right? Yeah, Higurashi was released in April last year. It's taken this long for this answer arc to get released. And it's still not technically released. We still got nearly an entire month, pretty much. It's ridiculous. But at least finally we have a release date. At long last. But anyways, back to what we're currently doing. I mean, like, there's like a spin-off arcs that you can actually apparently mod into Himatsubushi, but apparently it also deletes the original Himatsubushi as well, so it's like, I don't know. But if I even went with that, I could have probably cleared an entire, what was I gonna say? Spin-off arc. Could have probably cleared an entire spin-off arc when the time it's taken for that to get released, since clearing Higurashi, you know? Let's see. I looked at the prices. Everything was reasonably priced. It's my first meal, so I can be a little extravagant. Oh! I suddenly remembered something terrible. I quickly pulled out my wallet and looked inside, just as I thought. It was nearly empty. Oh no.
どうしたの？
Because I had to pay around hush money and all expenses, I had used up a lot of it. I didn't have any leeway now. So, what do they do for money in this place anyway? Do they get sent an allowance? Or what? Because seriously, they'd need the money just to freaking eat. I'm now not completely out yet, but I have to last a month on what's left inside. I can't afford much.
どうした？金がないのか？
Not quite, but I forgot that I'm getting close.
来たばっかりなのにか？カズシ、この島来てからなんか使ったか？
I've actually had to lay out for quite a bit. What should I do? Live in dorms, so I don't think I'll need money for anything other than food. But it's only our second day, so I don't know how much I'll need. There might be some point where we go to the town to hang out, and I'd like to be able to go for those kind of events. If I ever get a date, I'll need to have money or I look stupid. I think I'll save a few yen and get some bread or something from the vending machine. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go grab some bread from the machines.
そんなに苦しいのかよ。
Yep.
でも、歯なんかで持つか？
I'm a man, I'll survive. I'm a liar. I knew I'd be starving later on.
よかったら私のお弁当食べる？
Your lunch?
実は私いつもはお弁当なんだよね。つい言いそびれて一緒に食堂来ちゃったけど。
Really? But I'd feel bad.
いいのいいの。私なんでもいいから。もともと小食だし、そんなにお腹減ってないしね。
Yeah, but I felt bad taking food away from her. We just met yesterday. My God, really? It's only been 2 days in the plot, but it's been a number of days recording upload-wise, isn't it?
なんだか困ってるみたいね。
Ah, Sensei. My sensei was standing in front of me holding her purse. She must be here to buy something.
一体何があったのかしら？
いや、メイが気にかけることはないよ。カズチの野郎が貧乏なだけだって。 それより俺と一緒に飯を食おうぜ。本人を前に呼び捨てにするとはえらい度胸だな。今俺呼び捨てだった。やばい、妄想と現実の境界が。
Appo's sickness was getting a lot worse.
ハルマくん、お昼代がないの？じゃあどうするつもり？
It was rather embarrassing to have everybody worrying about me because of money.
で、俺はほっぽりっぱなし。
As should be, Appo.
お前、いきなり上から物言ってるしさ。カズシは母性本能をくすぐる状況だからな。メイちゃんは年下が好みと見た。俺のメイが
若いんだからお腹空いたでしょ。お昼抜いたりしちゃダメよ。今は体が栄養を必要としている時期なんだから。
I don't know if she likes younger men, but I was happy that she was concerned about me. It's fine, I was thinking I'd just get some bread from the vending machine.
あら、パンだけで足りる？
だから私のお弁当食べてってば。本当に気を使わなくていいから。
Then, what are you going to eat? I'd feel bad if I had to spend money buying lunch when you already bought one.
いいのに。
それじゃよかったら先生がお昼代貸してあげようか。
Lend me money, you?
貸すだけよ。来月でも仕送りもらったら返してくれればいいわ。それなら心苦しくもないでしょ。
Well, if that's the case, borrowing money from a teacher on the second day of school.
わざわざ借りなくてもお弁当食べればいいじゃない。本当に気を使わなくていいよ。
She really is just repeating herself at this point. That's what she says. As for me, which should I choose? Oh. It's like, without the... Because there's a trial version, I was like thinking, there's not going to be a single choice, is there? Oh boy. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? Like I said, the first route I went through was maze route, so I probably borrowed lunch money from her. So in that case, let's do the opposites. I'd love to take Haruka up on her offer. I am hungry and I'm hesitant to borrow money from Sensei. Of course, we won't be going through any routes because this is the trial version after all. It's just quite a long trial version. Are you sure I can have your lunchbox? She looked delighted when I asked to make sure.
お弁当食べてくれるの？うん、いいよいいよ。美味しいかどうか自信ないけどね。
あら、結局2人でお弁当。いいわね、若い子は。
Sensei's teasing smile made me feel bashful. That's right, I'll be sharing it with Haruka, just like a couple.
ふぅ、カズシうまいことやったな。もしかしてそういう作戦だったんじゃねえの？本当に金がないのか怪しいな。
カズシはむっつりだから。
I really don't have any money. Besides, I'd never do anything that crafty. You know what? Daigo's comment is like, yeah, he hides his perversion well. I think he's got a point there. Like, Kazushi isn't quite as blunt with his perverted side, but he's not really nearly as perverted as Appo and Pierre. Daigo also has a kind of way of hiding his perversion, but when it comes out, he usually says something that just makes you go, what?
まあいいじゃん。あとは若い者同士でってことで。そういうわけで、メイちゃんは俺と一緒にお昼を。
Can you fuck off, Appo? I'm sick of seeing your face. You always attempt to be the freaking default thumbnail and it pisses me off.
はいはい。でも一応先生って呼んでくれるかな？
おい、メイちゃんを独占すんな。俺たちも一緒に食うっての。
だから先生ってね。はあ、私って威厳が足りないのかしらね。
Everyone trot off to the cafeteria, thank fuck. That left the two of us alone. I felt a little shy about it.
じゃあ私たちは行こっか。
Haruka blushed a bit as she smiled too. This is totally what youth is all about. I never expected to get this lucky. It was so worth coming out to these islands. I mean, look at that, man. It's like something out of either a Disney movie or a freaking Zelda game, like Ocarina of Time. It has that kind of look to it, with all that shit coming out. I mean, we know this place does alchemy and all magical stuff and all, but I forget what the hell this was for. Probably the magic stuff, but I don't know how it makes sense. We decided to eat outside. Do you always bring a bento and eat outside?
うん、外で食べるのが好きなの。気持ちいいじゃない？
Remember when she said she came over to eat with the guys, and then, like, she only sticks around with Kazushi? Clear indication that she's only interested in Kazushi there. I mean, that was kind of obvious. I looked up the bright, clear blue sky. There wasn't any tall buildings around us, so the sky was expansive. Although in return we had the noontime sun beating straight down on us.
あそこの木陰で食べよう。
Which one? We spotted a perfect place to shade us from the sunlight. It's nice and cool in the shade. I've never seen this CG before because, well, I never picked that choice before. What have we got to eat? We got some stuff, and some stuff, and some more stuff. I don't recognize any of it. This music has such a... I don't know how to describe it. That steel drums going on there. It always like has that kind of tropical like feel to it. Is that like a saxophone playing? Surprising how much difference a little shade can make.
この島は湿度が低くてカラッとしてるからね。あと緑がいっぱいあるからかな。
Let me just see. 12 minutes in. I wonder if this will be the thumbnail or not. Will we finally have a CG that appears as one of the default thumbnails? Probably not. It'll just be Appo's hideous face on most of them, I imagine. I mean, yeah, it had like that one part where we met Amamiya or whatever, Natsume. That part had two separate freaking CGs, and none of them appeared in any of the free freaking default thumbnails. I was so annoyed by that because it was like, your choices are Appo's ugly face, or Natsume mid-blinking. It's like, god damn it. She opened a bento box. It was a pretty lunch with lots of rice and side dishes packed separately. Again, a bit of flashbacks to that Katawa Shoujo, where Hisao had a picnic with Emi and Rin, and then it pissed down with rain, and Emi's face was all like, ah! Not gonna insert that though, but you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. Well, obviously, if you haven't seen it, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, you really bred a lot of stuff. I was just expecting something small and light.
ね、だから言ったでしょ。遠慮しなくていいよって。
The wide assortment of dishes made her lunchbox appealingly colorful. It all looked delicious. This looks really good. Did you make all this?
うん、うまくできたかどうかわからないけどね。
She's definitely being modest. It looked good enough to sell. I can tell it's delicious just by looking at it.
そうかな。だったらいいんだけど。はい、遠慮なく食べてね。
Then it all drops on the floor. It's like, no! She had me a pair of chopsticks. They were short with a feminine design. Is it okay for me to use Haruka's chopsticks? Can I start?
はい、召し上がれ。
I suppose chopsticks are a form of cutlery, aren't they, technically? It's like, so yeah, I can see where he's going with that. It's like, it'd be like the equivalent of just like using someone else's fork. It's like, are you sure I can use this? I carried the first bite to my mouth.
どうかな。おいしい。
This is quite an inspiring motive. If you see my Wind Waker LP on my main channel, referencing whenever I voice the freaking figurine guy, he's always just like.
あれどうかな。
Delicious or shit! It was like heaven in my mouth. I'd never tasted anything like this before. The taste bordered on gourmet. Anytime I see that word, I can't help but think of Queen from Final Fantasy IX. Did you really make this, Haruka? I mean, it might be rude to ask that, but that's how delicious it is.
そっか、よかった。これ実はね、錬金術で作ったんだよ。
What? Alchemy? My hands froze as I stared into the bento box. Well, nothing looks strange at least.
やだな、毒なんて入ってないよ。
You know, isn't there such a thing as lead poisoning? Just like they were going over that. Or was it something else, different material, that just happens to be spelt the same? I don't know. Just like, I don't know, maybe that's why he's suspicious. Well, you'd be suspicious either way, really, wouldn't you? Someone gives you something to eat and they say, oh, I made it with alchemy. It's like, you what? Alchemy? It's just like, what? But still, can you make a bento with alchemy? She didn't slip some dangerous drug in, did she? I feel it tried another bite. Well, I guess it does taste good. And you know, it's just like, well, that's not really reassuring, really, when you think about it. Many things taste good, and it seems typically the food that tastes the best is the food that's not good for you, isn't it? It's like, oh, pizza tastes great, but it's not exactly healthy food, is it? Well, healthy food either has no taste to it, or has a kind of, taste to it. You know, like a cooked dinner now and then, or a salad and all that. But it has that kind of a quiet taste, you know, where it's like really plain. Don't know what else to say there, really. It's like any other healthy options when it comes to that, other than like, well, I'm trying to think. Nope, can't think of anything. I mean, it's really delicious, and you know, if it's delicious, that means it's good for you.
そうでしょ。ちゃんと美味しいでしょ。
I think that's the biggest kick to the balls or the vagina if you're a woman. It's just like in the when it comes to food, isn't it? It's like, why does food that tastes good have to be so unhealthy? Why couldn't it be the healthy stuff that tastes good? Just like it makes it harder to do that then, isn't it? It's just like, oh yeah, focus on healthy eating. But it's not just about that, really. It's like, you just don't, like, either way, you gotta, like, not stuff your face all the goddamn time as well, even if it's healthy, you know, or whatever. But, whatever. Yeah, it tastes amazing. I didn't know alchemy could do things like this.
そのものを完全な状態に消化させるのが錬金術だからね。特に美味しくない普通の料理だって錬金術にかかればこんなに美味しくなっちゃうんだよ。
So, like, we know about alchemy being all like turning lead into gold and all that, or whatever. But there's obviously more to alchemy than that. Is it like, I don't really know a ton about alchemy myself, even though I called Kazushi and Uncultured Swine for that a while back. Just like, just think of Shadow of Memories. Was that what it was called? On my main channel a year or two ago. That had alchemy in it. But it's always that kind of homunculus thing, which I guess, is it like to try to obtain the perfect being? Try to create immortality kind of thing? I mean, that does seem like it's going for perfection in a way, I guess. There must be more to alchemy, surely, than just immortality and gold. That's really useful.
この学園の錬金術はね、日常でみんなの役に立つことをモットーにしてるの。黒魔術みたいな怪しいイメージのものじゃないんだよ。
Although it does have a magical element to it, you could say. Oh, I see. I think black magic is the exact image I had of it. To be honest, I thought it was something sinister. I had an image of three witches making some kind of potion in the basement. Why is it always like that with black magic? Oh, it's like thinking like RPGs. Like black magic's just offensive magic, while white magic's more of the healing magic, except for holy, which is the offensive type. Just like, but in real life, when it comes to like trying to do magic, which is pretty much impossible. What, like, it's just like, I have no idea.
普通の人はそう思っちゃうよね。でも違うんだよ。ねえ、錬金術に少しは興味出てきたかな？
What? I'm pretty sure that lock. Never mind. How do we get her to repeat that? Actually, I am.
普通の人はそう思っちゃうよね。でも違うんだよ。ねえ、錬金術に少しは興味出てきたかな？
Renkinjutsu. I'm pretty sure that's probably alchemy that she said there. Renkinjutsu. I remember reading in my book at some points. There's like, for professions it ends in a certain way, and I think that might have been it. Practical alchemy, huh? I wonder what they'll be teaching us. It might be pretty fun.
カズシ君ならきっと興味持ってくれると思う。多分ね。
Or it could be like Harry Potter, where just like Wingardium Leviosa, and then your wand blows up in your face. Except no wands this time. I felt like there was something more behind these words of hers. She sounded like she wanted to make me interested in alchemy.
ほら、もっと食べて食べて。錬金術習えばこのくらいカズシ君にも作れるよ。
Wow, that's really convenient. Is it? Is it convenient to use alchemy to cook good food? Certainly is useful alchemy though. But more importantly, if you want to make tasty food, shouldn't you just learn to cook? Yo, well, good point, you know, and all, but just like thing. In the opening movie thing, it showed Kazushi at one point with Haruka flying on a desk. I bet that was done with alchemy. But again, I've never played her routes, so I don't know the full contents. Well, you see, Haruka, a dog is barking in the background, and a bird is chirping as well. Well, a dog can be picked up on a recording or not, I don't know. Probably though, because when dogs bark, they're pretty loud. She gave me a worried look.
何か美味しくなかったかな？
Oh no, everything tastes amazing. It all tastes like something that might be served at a high-class restaurant. Not that I know what that actually tastes like. You know, I've never been to a fancy restaurant either. Just like always kind of assume like with fancy restaurants, just like you pay a lot of money. So like, man, it was alright I guess, but I could have just ordered a pizza or something and been like, well, that tastes nice and it's half the price of that. Although takeout is pretty expensive, really. It's really good, but for some reason the taste seems to diminish the more I eat. Anytime I see the word diminish, I always think of a diminished chord.
どうしたのかな？何か私不始末でも？
She's worried because I stopped eating and started to think, but I can't explain cooking well either. So then, do you think we could use the school's kitchen?
え？カズシ君が厨房？今？
Yeah, now, lunch is almost over, so everyone should be gone, right?
うん多分そうだと思うけど暇なら貸してもらえると思うよ。でも何するの？
Your lunch was so good that it's inspired me to do some cooking.
はいお返し？
Come with me.